I know some of the folks like to see these afterwards as they can't make it, so we are now recording. Um, it's been asked that we kind of go over some of our deployment strategies, even just as far as giving a little bit more transparency into the timing of our deployments. We try to do new feature deployments every week. We typically deploy to staging on Tuesday and then production on Thursday if we don't uncover any big issues that we can't resolve in between then. We do zero downtime deployments by and large, so there's generally not a disruption. If there would be a disruption at any time, we would try to communicate that beforehand as a maintenance window, and we probably wouldn't try to do it in the middle of the day. During that testing period between Tuesday and Thursday, and that's not the only time it's being tested, but it's like the time it's being tested in a real environment like production. If we find any high priority defects, we can typically fix those that same day. And then every time a developer commits code, we run a full suite of automated tests. If they pass, the code is deployed to our internal dev environment. And for our staging and production releases, we avoid downtime, like I was mentioning, because we use load balancers, and we can put them up on new servers and then pull down the old server. So, anyone have any questions about that I probably won't be able to answer? All right.
I like the bullet notes.
Let's see. All right. What else was I on the official agenda? So labs devices that we're talking about releasing very soon. Do you want to give a preview?
Of what they are or actual previews?
No, just what they are.
So the Todd's quirky devices, the quirky spotter?
Yep.
And then Pivot Power.
Pivot Power and Spotter from Quirky.
Those, the TCP Lite.
That's not the bulbs.
That's next. That's a different time. What else is
doing some more work on those right now?
Oh, EcoBee is soon too.
EcoBee is soon.
Nest.
And Nest is soon. I want a smart app to notify developers
when there's things.
Like they can sign up, or if they sign up, talk about the new community stuff.
That's on the agenda.
We can't skip the official agenda.
No, it actually is like kind of the next thing. We're not quite there. There's maybe a question. What is soon? Weeks or months?
Weeks.
Morgan, for which specific one?
It's weeks for like all of them. I don't think any of them are in months.
Well, but some of them are days.
Yeah, but still within a week.
Mm-hmm. All right. Quirky Spider, I'm curious about. Yeah, I think the quirky stuff. Todd and I have been looking at it today. Other people have as well. I think that's very soon.
We're just waiting on one thing.
It's probably not Todd.
It's no, you can't see I'm pointing right at you.
Not me. I got the icons now.
All right, Ben built the icons for
it. What else here? How about TCP bulbs?
So those we're waiting on a firmware change for.
Well, there's another problem that we can try to solve for, which we're mostly there, which is getting status from the bulb on a pole.
So there's another.
Well, it's not a problem.
Weeks. It's still weeks.
No, I mean I've got it mostly working. But yeah, weeks.
A week. What are you on?
I don't know.
All right, let's play. How do we open this here?
All right. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on the FOSCAM. Jim's asking about.
I gotta go open this, so I'll let you take that question.
You have a better sense of it than me.
FOSCAM was temporarily put on hold for some other priorities, like the spotter and platform.
Yeah, there's some platform issues associated with discovery of FOSCAMs. So there were a set of UDP discovery methods that we had to implement in the platform.
And then there were differences in what FOSCAM it was, the firmware. So with all the other devices, getting Sonos better, Hue better, what's the one? Wemo better.
We put it on hold.
Higher priority. the Foscam was put on temporary hiatus.
But once we get the Discovery stuff deployed into production, then we could potentially release to developers that Foscam code that works only with the 9000 series, not the 8000 series a lot of people already have.
Right.
And does super basic, takes a snapshot. We don't have any like point tilt in there yet, but that's, I just have to check with Adam to see where he is in terms of the actual Discovery piece.
All right. Someone else asked about Piper. I know that's not on the Dune roadmap. I like that device, but I think that one might be more than weeks.
Yeah, like we need to. I don't know if we can talk to them.
We have been talking with them since CES, but we still have yet to get a device, for example, here, an official device. So there's some work to be done there. And asking about things, if we've talked to the LifeX guy, we did a long time ago, like back in Kickstarter days. I don't know that that's on the immediate radar either.
No.
Partly because I know that a lot of our Kickstarter backers also back LifeX, which is one reason why we would want to do it. But I think it's also sort of a popularity contest, and I don't know if LifeX, because of their bulb prices, is actually like beating out the Hughes and the Sylvania bulbs and these other things.
LifeX has recently shared their SDK and their API. Their API is one in which you have a persistent socket to the bulb.
Yeah, you have like
and that's not a mode that we support today. So we will be, we're looking at that for a couple of different reasons. But we don't support a persistent socket that you send, that you keep open between the hub and the bulb. If they had a REST API, it would be something that we would look to support much sooner. But even if somebody wanted to build that integration themselves, it's just not possible today, given that we don't support that mode.
Yeah, so basically you need like a home server.
Right. There are people out there today that are using a Node library to talk to LifeX and then exposing a REST API on the other side of Node. And there's at least a couple of people I've heard of that are doing that.
The Smart Strip was also...
It's the Aeon one, though.
Yeah, the Aeon Strip and the Foscam are the same. They had to be put on hold temporarily. The Aeon Power Strip needs some platform changes. I reached this.
Aeon does?
Yeah, the Smart Strip does.
Well, I don't want to lose track of what Ives is saying. You said you're working on something with regard to LifeX, and then when you answer that, then Jeff's asking about power monitoring from the smart outlets. Are you speaking specifically from which smart outlet? Not that I'm going to tell you that the answer is much different.
No, it's already open. I just put it back.
So no, I meant I'm doing Smart Things Node.js bulb. So he's going Smart Things to Node.js to the bulb.
Yeah, but
all right.
Yeah, not everyone has Node.js.
Sure. Jeff, we're laughing at the chats. Jeff, so you got your kit, I think, a while back. So you're talking about the Smarten IT, the bigger white one that you got. Okay.
That's ready for QA, actually. That's in weeks too.
So the power monitoring with that.
Yeah, you also need a firmware update
on the hub.
Which is coming out also soon.
Okay.
Weeks.
And will that also be power monitoring from the other smart power outlet?
Yeah, so the Centralite one is already live.
Okay.
The power reading from the Centralite ones, provided you have the firmware update, is live.
So that, and what we're referring to right now is the new smart power outlet. Okay.
Yeah. So Jeff, if you ask someone, chat into Smart Things and just tell them you want the new firmware for Ember. Just say Ember. I don't know what you're talking about. They're sitting right here. Dude, they can come and bother me. Hey, you're down $50. Nice. We shouldn't have called them smart power outlets
because they're the same as the old ones.
because they're not the same as the old ones.
Well, I know, but yeah, we named them the same, so support will have a question. They'll have to describe it every time, like we just had to.
Let's too late to change it.
All right.
Back to the official agenda then.
Yeah, the official agenda with the build migration.
I'm so excited.
Wait, hold on. We got another question. See, look, just email support to get the latest firmware.
You can just chat in, and that'll do it faster.
Chat in the app, and they can do it. Any thoughts on the Swan? I use those cams all over the house. Are they IP cams, Noah?
So as far as that goes, we'll have to first establish for FOSCAN first, and then see what it takes just to broader support IP cams, provided that they're
Gotcha.
the general.
This is actually a camera that everything's all built into it, so it's got its own proprietary app run off the iPhone, and it's all cloud-based storage, so I don't have to have any local DVR.
But yeah, well,
So that's a lot like Dropcam then?
Swan.
Yeah, I've heard of the Swan cameras. Another thing that we're looking at is
Not very good reviews.
like the Synology NAS, which has surveillance station built into it, so it has its own DVR and everything, and it has a full API, and supports 1,700 IP cameras. We haven't gone anywhere with that, but I just happened to play with one the other day and thought that might be an interesting way to do integration with a local DVR on your local network.
Noah, is there a cost associated with the cloud service then for Swan?
That's a good question. I think I pay a monthly, probably like $6 per cam, but it's unlimited storage, and it also does a notification integration. It's really just a good way to see what the hell's going on at home when I'm not here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly good price point too. When you compare it to Dropcam, it's kind of the same service. We're further along with Dropcam right now, I'll tell you that, but we should probably, look at those at least at some point.
They're pretty cool and they're cheap. At least up front, they're cheap.
Yeah. 85 versus 200. So, I'm going to take an unofficial poll here. How many people that are on the call right now, either chat or talk, would be sad to see us migrate away from the current community platform we're using at build.smartthings.com?
Like someone's gonna miss build.
Yeah. It's in all the things I've been listing. Yeah. Community buy-in for a migration like this is important, and so I feel this community buy-in, but I just want to keep doing these little polls to see. We are working with a few different ones. I've mentioned it before. We're still not quite there yet with what we want, but
I want badges.
Badges, yeah, I think that's cool.
As long as there's badges.
That's all you want is badges.
I want to be able to give badges out left and right.
Man.
I want a special Urban badge.
And you only get it if you give it to them?
Yeah.
All right. So beware of that. Let's see. Yes, better mobile support.
Mobile support?
Yeah, I think that's probably mobile.
Definitely better mobile support.
Yeah, everything we're looking at has that.
Yeah, and noble support too for
for the kings
nobles.
and dukes.
Kings and queens. They can't get on right now. Kings and queens, they're not allowed to get on. Not noble enough.
So Morgan brings up another point. Our intention is to try to migrate content. One of our current options, Vanilla, has offered to migrate all the content for us. The other one, Discourse, which I like, I don't know how easy migration is going to be. And I've seen other companies like Leap Motion, when they've migrated, they just basically kept their old forum up and said, you're welcome to paste your things up. I don't know that we would want to do that, but I would like to see if we could migrate as much as we can.
We could probably get a bulk of it in there. Unless there's a migration option.
Right.
I would want to actually somehow download the old form and burn it. Somehow get
a physical manifestation of the old forum. So we could
make a paper mache
we could just put it on an old computer and like do like office space style.
Oh yeah. No, that.
Okay.
I actually could download it to like a computer. I'm alright with that.
We got iSpy Connect software as another potential link for IP cameras. Noah's freaking me out.
So he's tweaking you out?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know really what he's doing there.
What's tweaking you out, man?
You know. So any other comments that you have for the community site and the migration of that, feel free to comment. There's a specific blog post about it in Build, or email in to me, ben@smartthings.com. I'd love to hear the feedback on that. Give a quick documentation update. I might just turn this over to Dan, but we are, like we mentioned in the development, we've started a serious effort to update documentation. We've got a writer, and
Bill,
publishing some things. Have we confirmed yet?
We're leaning toward.
Read the docs if you've heard of it. They're pretty good, and we're hoping to publish there and keep that maintained. Publishing as early as this month and as late as next month with a lot more updates.
yeah, I'm actually really excited about that.
I think it'll be pretty cool. Todd just said, put the old site into an archive that is Google searchable. Well, that'll be our backup plan if we cannot get the migration.
I don't even know if I want to let it live that long.
And it looks like
If it gets migrated, then everything else will be searchable. It'll be searchable anyway. It'll actually be better searchable.
looks like Gilbert joined as well.
How's it going?
Just in time for the Q&A section of the meeting. We've been doing a little bit of it so far, but
But it's been unofficial. It's been unsanctioned QA.
yep.
It's not per Ben's official.
So Dave's asking about, is there any chance of a piecemeal doc publishing? Does that mean like just wait? We don't want to wait till we've done all of it. We want some of it beforehand. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Yeah, I think that some of it will come out a little earlier. I think, was it the device API or what's it?
The web services, Smart App Web Services Developers Guide is being published, and it'll be done. The last sections that we're missing on how to get a grant and how to call endpoints is now finished.
Probably the other stuff.
Right.
A lot of the new documentation relies on other sections of the new documentation. So we don't want to put anything up that refers to this other doc that doesn't exist yet.
But there you go. Todd's excited about the device API and web service. I think that's 5 exclamation points. Yeah. All of a sudden, Todd's shy though. He just got the box of things, and he doesn't want his face. All right. What else? So, I mean, I guess for the remaining time today, I'd love to hear hear some of the things that people are working on. Todd, if you want to give any more of an update on the quirky stuff you've been doing, like the spotter and the pivot.
Yeah, it's at least from my side, we're pretty much ready. Just waiting on coordinating the icons for the spotter, since it has about 5 different items to sense. As Ermin points out, we're waiting on somebody behind your back there, by the way.
I sent them all to you.
I know. And I already responded, so it's back in your court.
Oh.
Serve and volley. But anyway, it is pretty much done. As you saw in the picture that I had up before my wonderful looking face there, I have it sitting out in front of the camera here. The Power Pivot, or the Pivot Power Genius, works awesome. Really is a good device. It's got 2 switchable outlets on it that you can plug anything into. If you want, I can share the screen and show you what some of the interface looks like. Does anybody want to see that? Was rounding yes, no, indifferent?
Yes.
Oh, am I getting
Okay. All right, hang on a second. Let's see, share screen. Where do you do all that stuff? Under settings. Share screen.
Should be under your avatar.
All right, does everybody see that?
No.
Does anybody see my screen at all?
No.
Negative.
Just asked if I'm getting bald.
There we go.
You got asked that?
No, I asked that. I said that out loud.
How's that now?
Yeah.
Now we're getting
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. So
We're
you
good.
can see the Quirky devices when they install as two separate devices. You guys are making me seasick back there.
All right.
I feel like one of those horror movies filmed with an iPhone or something. Anyway, wait a minute. Okay. Anyway, we got the two devices that install. And again, it's just pretty much like any of the other switches. It's turned on via the tap. And it's set up just like the SmartThings switch or any other GE switch. They installs both of them, and they can be controlled by any smart app, just exactly the same as any other switch. Up here at the top right there, we have the spotter, and these are the different attributes that are available under the spotter. You have the temperature, the relative humidity. It has a vibration sensor in there, so it's like the multi in a way. It only gives out whether it's whether it's sensing vibration or not. So it's a 1 or a 0. It does not give the magnitude of vibration. It also has a sound sensor in it, so like you could put it in a baby's room or something like that, or near your pet, and sense whether the noise is happening in that room, and it will go from quiet to sound or loud, I think is the attribute label. It also has a light or dark sensor on it. And one of the other things I added into it is that it will inform you whether it's being powered by AC power or battery. The nice thing about that is you can put it on a circuit that maybe you have your refrigerator on, or maybe your freezer out in the garage. And if you lose AC power, you can alarm on that it went to battery and make sure to get to that refrigerator and maybe save your $300-400 worth of food out there. So it's kind of an interesting use case for it. But that's the spotter and the pivot power. Also have the TCP light up there on this if you want to look at that real quick. And I set it up using the interface that we have for the dimmers, and comes on and off. And you could dim it also by using the little icons on the side there, step by 10% up or down. That works out good. But pretty cool on the devices. Go ahead.
Yeah, Todd was just asking, or Kevin, sorry, if you've had any issues with the spotter, because there's a lot of reviews saying that they have a high DOA rate.
Actually, mine's working pretty good, except for one of them is not very accurate on the light. I actually almost have to shine a flashlight down the little sensor orifice on the side of it. But the newer one that I picked up is just spot on. It goes from light to dark and senses everything. I find that the SmartThings actually extends the use of the device, because you're actually drilling into the sensors more than what Quirky gives you on their interface. And not slamming Quirky or anything, but they really tried to simplify their interface to be more like an alarm on events. So you can, when it gets light, you send a push message, and that's it. or when a temperature is exceeded, it sends a push message. You don't really get what is the temperature or what is the humidity. So the way we've gotten into the device during the integration, we give you some more granularity into the information that's available. I actually think they've been pretty resilient for me. Any other questions?
How often do they update?
On the spotter, it seems to be about a minute. Every minute it's updating. They eat batteries. They eat batteries quickly, and that's one of the things. Quirky has the spotters battery powered. Their egg minder is battery powered, and so is their portfolio, which is a piggy bank. Because the amount of updates that you may put them through, they go through the batteries pretty quick. The spotter, the nice thing is you could also plug it in AC. So I leave batteries in it, so it still acts when the power goes out or I unplug it for a little bit. But they do go through batteries pretty quick because they report often.
There's no way to plug the spotter in?
No, the spotter has a way to be plugged in.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you configure how often it checks in?
I have not seen that. No, it's not available in their API. That's something that we might be able to ask them to do.
We need to get, so we're going to get Todd likes vodka, so we need to send him a very nice bottle of vodka for getting the Quirky and TCP stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
You like good stuff like Smirnoff?
Kettle One, buddy. Kettle One.
You like Popov?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's been pretty cool. Excited to see that get into labs.
Yeah, when should we expect that to happen?
I'll pass that back to Ben. Ben?
I think he just fell off the map for a second.
Yeah, I think he did. What's the little blue icon next to him there? Oh, it's moderator. I don't hear him though.
Do you plan to publicize the source code that you've been working on for this, so that others can add to it?
I will be adding to it there. I don't know I haven't talked to the guys up at Smart Things on what will go on with that, if that will be released afterwards or not. I think it's more up to them than I.
Got it. Okay. I'm guessing it's pretty much like the Wemo one, where they kind of keep it to themselves and let people use the app, but not really be able to modify it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Gilbert. When they get back online, that's something you could definitely ask Ben. If he can't find out, he can maybe come back later on with it.
Got it. I think he completely fell off the map now. He's not even on the list anymore.
Well, here's another thing that I got working: the Doorbot.
Yeah, what was that? I saw that on your icon on your main interface.
Yeah, that's the doorbell.
The doorbell for which unit?
I don't know how that happened. Our computer hard
crashed. Yeah. How long were we gone?
A minute and a half.
That's pretty impressive that a computer crashed.
Hard crashed, rebooted, and then up. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
What kind of computer? What kind of computer?
MacBook.
So
Ben, while you guys were gone, Gilbert had a question whether once the Quirky or any of the other lab devices get up, will the code be opened or will it just be a downloadable app?
No, they'll be open. We're actually moving to open source our hardware and device apps in the future.
Then can you do me a favor then? Can you guys do me a favor? Let me clean it up.
Well, yeah, that's exactly why we. So if there's something that we've built that the code isn't available for, it's not because we're trying to keep it a secret. It's because the developer is too embarrassed It's just a mess. So I have to give them a chance for them to clean it up before we can release it.
I mean, I've got some code in there like it does this. Don't know why yet.
Yeah, where's on? Dan. We're actually going to start assigning like open source licenses to our internal device types and smart apps. And actually, what license do we choose for all that stuff? Apache. That's right, Apache. So that will be. That's not too far away either, right? What? That whole thing that we choose open source all our stuff. There you go.
Yeah, Todd's trying to tease us right now. Well, why don't we give the mic back to Todd so he can show off his new toy?
It's a Doorbot.
What?
Wait, is that Skybell or Doorbot?
No, it's Doorbot.
Another thing about the any LAN connected device types that aren't released yet is just because that whole methodology is going to change, and there's a bunch of methods that are going to be deprecated. We don't want people learning how to do LAN connected device types and then we change it all because it's really kind of it's implemented in a way that's pretty difficult right now.
Yeah, and it's undocumented.
They're streamlining the whole thing, and so we don't want people taking those examples, building their own stuff, and then it gets killed when we refactor.
So there's that.
Can you close that door when you go? Thanks.
Oh, I'm gonna go here.
All right, so the question was asked, and I'm trying to answer them as I see them, but we've got Pivot Power support, but not Aeon Smart Switch support, and really that is all Todd. Todd advanced the Pivot Power, or else it would be in the same boat as the Smart Switch. We may look to someone in our close-knit group of external developers to look at the Aeon Smart Switch perhaps, and take that the final mile. Guillermo is asking about Doorbot and Skybell. Todd, did you see that?
Doorbot's waiting actually on them. Right now, we're not having encrypted browser authorization. We're waiting on them to come back and turn that on in their API. We're only getting the event that's coming back. We'd like to get a couple more pieces of information back from them, but that's ongoing. And right now is about the most you could do with it is get the Bell event. We're not getting any camera event or anything like that yet. So until they come back, I don't know what the answer would be, but it's something that I'd definitely like to work into it.
Alex bought the very first Skybell. He was like the backer on either Indiegogo or wherever they were that got like the first one off the line. But we have yet to integrate it yet. So that's kind of like
Oh, they don't have an API.
Yeah, that's right. But how can we? I mean, are they going to?
They said they're going to get to it later. It's also cool. Our MakerBot 2 is serial number 10.
What?
It's Alex's.
Oh, nice.
So it's the 10th MakerBot, which I've broken like 3 times.
Man. Android app stability question from Kevin. 4.2.2 is fairly stable. 4.0 not so much. I don't know that we have the right people on this call to answer this. But so you had 4.0 and since you updated, it's been okay. I know that they released the Android app update right away after the last big one to address some of that.
There's another one going to hit Play Store soon, I think, right?
Different tablets.
Yeah.
Kevin, I guess right now I would suggest if you have specific things, best to call in or write into support. But I'm not sure specifically about the stability issues on the Android stuff. Random weird question.
All right, so I have to ask, how do I pronounce your name? Because I see it almost every day on the support tickets.
Ives?
Eves?
Yeah, I don't know.
Eves. That's what I was saying.
All right.
All right. Her and I we're both friends basically already.
So CAD drawings for the presence tag.
There are none.
Well, not true.
That we can release.
That Might not be
Well, we
there.
could go through it if we wanted to. We should. But I think eventually everything.
I think that the very first things that get opened is going to be that stuff. I want to hear specifically what you're thinking about. Are you thinking about like designing your own enclosure? Maybe.
Probably wants to just print one out.
Well, I mean that's the enclosure. You can print the enclosure out, but not the.
That's what she said.
Yeah. The clip keeps breaking. The rubber clip?
I know which.
Yeah.
Like actual like board design files or the enclosure design files?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, do you want the enclosure CAD files or the actual CAD files for the electronics? And then Todd's asking, what's the button in the presence sensor?
The button is super secret. We can't talk about it.
So she's talking about the enclosure under the rubber housing, the two clips on the ends. Okay.
We can send you new ones.
Yeah, we could probably send you new ones, but also we are looking at. You have twice. Yeah. I mean, so you must have it. Is it on a dog or something? Because those things, if you just, I don't know, maybe you just like throw stuff around a lot.
Oh, you know what we could do? We have a new design that we were playing around with for a while that we 3D printed that I could sand off and send to use.
Maybe that would be enough, but I will say that we are trying to redesign that, have it be smaller and more formidable. And maybe even work in something where we have a separate, maybe rubberized or more strong enclosure. Oh, he left.
Well, Eves is gone.
But yeah, all right. So new design. Here we go. Yeah, we're actually redesigning most of the
everything
devices. The external, much of it is about the external form factor, but there's a few minor adjustments on the internal. I don't know on the presence tag if we were trying to get a button.
We're redesigning everything now, aren't we? What
Yeah.
are we redesigning?
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to follow along. You're holding it wrong. Nice.
Yeah, you're holding it.
Yeah, obviously you have to hold it like this.
Yeah, you're holding it the wrong way.
Just do it like
It's
this.
not our fault. It's your fault. The button is secret, Tom. You cannot know what the button is for.
The current button is just for like repairing.
Yeah, it's for resetting.
So that's what that's for.
And other stuff.
Nothing fun.
That we can say.
But Todd, you know that it can beep from the app, right? A lot of our users don't know that.
Evil button.
There is a button, maybe on the new version that we might be able to, make do something.
This is not the button you're looking for.
No, it would be cool, like if you can have a single button press or a double button press that you can subscribe to kick off events.
Well, the Aeon buttons, that's something that we do.
Yeah.
Check out the Smart App Button Lord.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's in the convenience category.
The Smart App
Button Lord.
Button Lord.
Button Lord.
Button Lord. Okay.
Yeah, and does that work with a lot of devices or just the Aeon?
No, it only works with the Aeon devices right now.
So yeah, Aeon has two different multi-button, or like a single button and a multi-button, do they?
Yeah, because they have the panic button, which is one big button. They have a key fob, which is like a little key fob. It's cool. The top slides down, and there's 4 buttons. And then there's
is that worth getting?
You know what? Which one? So the panic button's cool, but you can do push and you can do held. I like the key fob because it's cool. It's like discreet. You can slide down the cover, and there are 4 buttons. Each one can be pushed and held. And then there's a mini mode. You posting all the links.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's gonna post the links in the chat.
Isn't that the same? The fob and the Minimo, are they the same? Or
Yeah,
just
they're the
different
same.
form factor?
The fob, yeah, it's different form factor and slides. It's all secreted. What's this secret thing? Which is like buttons. I feel like that. 1900.
So, what are other people working on? Does anyone want to chat about something they're working on or planning to work on? I know, Gilbert, you just mentioned something that you were planning on getting started on. Who else has got stuff?
So, first of all, Noah, like 8 months ago, you were supposed to send me your address so I could mail you Hacker Smart Thing stickers. No, Ben refuses to make more.
Because they
And
suck.
Gilbert, I noticed that your username on forums is the Gibbert Chan.
Wait, did I spell it wrong?
There's no L.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. And I went to go see if I could change it, but I couldn't.
Unchangeable.
Unchangeable. You're forever now Gibbert Chan.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
had to go at the Gibbert Chan.
I gotta fix that.
The L is silent.
It's unfixable.
We just won't migrate him to a new system,
Well, we can migrate him. We can also change it in the new system.
maybe.
I dropped
So-
the ball.
Yeah. Let me know if you can change it. I need to fix that.
We're talking about
So
how-
guys, there was a lot of buzz about the Ivy today. Did you see all that on the forums?
about the what?
They said
Ivy.
they were going to announce something today.
Yeah, they said they were going to announce something about Smart Things integration.
Did you guys see? Did you guys hear about how I'm famous now?
Yeah,
That's not
Uh-huh.
Did they actually announce something?
I don't see it yet.
So apparently a couple of the users that already had Ivy said that their interface is showing up, connect to Smart Things.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
Ivy said they were going to announce something today. I just haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah,
We haven't done anything.
I haven't seen anything
They
anyways.
did it on their own.
Well, go on to the forums. Have you guys ever been on the forums? It's a really cool forum board.
Is
Ivy?
Ivy's are ours.
Smart Things.
Oh,
I'm
hold
being,
on. And then also the endpoint example. I'm going to comment on that thread later, but I fixed it earlier today.
You broke it first.
I broke it first. Well, I didn't break it first. Then I broke it the second time.
Oh, so they use user voice for their forum community.
yeah. What's interesting is I logged on to their website, and Smart Things is still under asterisk that it will be soon. But then some of the guys in the forums are saying it's showing up in their action list on what to connect to.
I can't think that they would
Yeah.
push a full integration without talking to anyone here.
They announced it on Twitter yesterday.
It says it's possible for users to customize each device name using the SmartThings web portal
Yeah,
or setting the name property.
They just said on Twitter 1 hour ago, we've completed an initial SmartThings integration.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, part of the platform, bro.
Oh, I'm glad that I didn't work with them.
I didn't work with them.
They're independent.
That just shows how good our web service developer
Yeah,
doc
no
is.
shit.
Oh yeah, it must be great.
You know what you do
So-
is bring something.
They're $199. And is it? Do you know if it has as much voice functionality as the Ubi?
I've never used it. We've never talked to anyone, really.
Uh,
Not that I know of from Ivy.
Buy it exclusively at Staples.
Yeah, what happened was it shipped to, they sold their product in Staples before they gave to the Kickstarter backers.
Wow.
Did you hear about that?
No, that doesn't sound like a good plan.
No, they put their stuff in Staples before they delivered to the Kickstarter backers.
That's not good.
No. Anyway, the Ubi stuff is almost done too. Actually, if you already have Ubi and SmartThings, you can request the integration from Ubi, and it's pretty sweet. My favorite is, okay, Ubi, good night, and like I have a Sonos thing that makes the sound.
Look at this.
What is that?
Spark Core driving NeoPixels housed in walkway lights being controlled by SmartThings for detection, and it does the Cylon effect across all lights.
So I just started Battlestar Galactica.
That'd be sweet.
The new one.
Spark Core path lighting, is that Eve's thing?
Yeah, Eves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you post that?
Eves, you're famous.
I want to see that. I want video.
Eves is like running into a problem with a Ecobee integration, just to find out that we're actually doing it. Sorry,
man.
Eves.
Well, we're
Yeah, that's almost done.
yeah.
It's not. It's done. It's going in the lab.
Yeah, it's going in it's like being QA'd last week or this week.
Maybe we should have like a big list. Be
No,
like,
you would definitely should have
take
a
the
list.
ones down here. Don't take the ones up here because we're almost done with them.
or we're working on them. Like even if it's a month away, well, I might. Yeah, roadmap for sure. There is some stuff that we could definitely put on a roadmap.
Yeah, I think that'll be something for the new forum. Is here's a hit list of devices.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys seen the Lego movie? I mean, I haven't seen it yet. It's pretty sick.
I heard it's good too. We could vote on devices. Yep, I like.
Yeah,
want to get that in there.
Like, we need a substantial community.
We have a substantial community.
Our substantial community needs a substantial working community platform.
Right. Same the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, does the new one have polls? I saw your list. I didn't see any polls. I did see polls.
I would actually rather have like best answer or upvoting than polls.
Oh, I don't think you want upvoting.
I don't know.
We're going to do things for Carmen.
The other thing we talked about is just another different devices. Are there platform changes coming down or plan that we'll be rolling out new features soon? Well,
when? Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
We do. Don't listen to Todd. He's just being weird right now. But I think one of the things you'll start to see, I believe, is like better communication about the rolling out of platform changes. Not after the fact, but before the fact. Like we were mentioning earlier on in this call, we do actually deploy new code every week. So just maybe communicating what are any of the big things in each code release. A lot of times it's not that exciting, but in many cases there are. Look at that! It's like a Back to the Future board.
That's not what we're talking about. Talk about that.
I'm feeling that might work.
What is that? It's Friday.
That's my next project.
I don't have one of those. Ben, give me one of those.
That's a Z board. So it's a pressure sensitive, weight activated electric skateboard. Goes 19 miles an hour up to like 10 hours with a lithium ion battery below. But it doesn't have a presence sensor in it yet.
Oh man. Luckily, they're only $31 at shop.smartthings.com.
Those Z-boards are cool.
It's amazing.
Jim's asking about any chance of collapsing sections in the dashboard, all sections. I'll just tell you, look for something in May.
Oh.
You guys see that Kickstarter project for Arduino where they had that Gesture R? I was thinking about making something with that.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Gesture R?
Yeah, that's basically an Arduino board that has a sensor that can tell whether or not you're moving your hand up, down, left, right.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a dimmer switch out of it.
Is it Mayo?
No, maybe that's not it.
Well, Mayo from Atomic Labs is one thing that.
Yeah, it's one. Mark One's working on that. Is it an armband, Gilbert?
It's you put it on as a shield. I'm not sure.
Oh. Anybody want a shield?
Yeah, is anyone out there want a shield?
I can use another one.
Gilbert, you want a shield?
Yeah, of course I do.
All right, I'll send you a shield.
And
I have one already. but it's locked down on my IR receiver, so I can't really play with it anymore.
Get you another one then. Hit me with them digits, Gilbert, and I'll send you a shield.
I have a shopping list I sent to Ben already.
What's cool is we have, you haven't seen it yet, we have some unprinted shield circuit boards, but we didn't finish the hardware on them, so it's just like the printed front and back. We should like frame them. Because it's a huge sheet of the shields.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's like 6x6.
You can make it like a little gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A major award.
Yeah,
a major award.
You want the Smarties?
You're too young to even know what he's talking about with the major award.
What is that?
I know what he's talking about.
The bowling alley.
Can we call our awards the Smarties? And just give out Smarties?
Just like it's a candy?
Yeah.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
The thingies?
It is just about time. So the one thing I ask that you do is between now and whenever, but now between now and the next meeting or now in the next week, what would you like to know about Smart Things? If you think about it after the fact, email us at either build@smartthings.com or one of us. And then we're really doing this thing where we schedule the developer email for every other week, and then this call for every other week. And we'll see. Maybe eventually this call becomes a weekly thing again if we get a lot of engagement like this.
This was one of the better ones. Pretty engaging.
Whoa!
Look at that mustache.
Arduino Grande is a giant, fully functional microcontroller, and that mustache—that's a thing.
How much is it? Let's get one. Hey, you know what you do? We can build a Grande shield.
Yep. All right. Well, unless anyone has any more parting shots, I'll close this down and focus on getting the new community site up.
Sweet.
Yeah, we could choose a platform like today.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Todd, I'll send you the info.